that I'm any good at it. But you can see that spinning back kick, and he caught me with it. Now, I played it off pretty good because I'll be honest, when I looked at it, even to this day when I look at it, it doesn't look like it hurt me. Not a whole lot. But I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe. I just was playing it off really, really well. But he turns and he comes in and he just goes, BAM! And he pops me and you can just, and of course it is a tournament, so it's tagged, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
So you can see me walking back like this, but what I felt like was this. That's what I felt like. But you don't see that, because I hit it. I think I hit it well.
Yeah.
You know, you need to take a look at it and tell me if I look like I wasn't really hurt. Dude, it hurt.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. I was like, that's how I felt inside.
Yeah.
But that's not how I acted on the outside. But he caught me. There ain't no doubt about it. He got me with that. As a matter of fact, we talked about it after the fight was over. I told him, I said, dude, you really got me with that. He goes, yeah, it didn't look like. I didn't know, dude, that hurt. That hurt.
I wanted to die.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my stomach hurt like most of the day after.
Yeah.
It was bad. But we can get into more of those kicks. Personally, the front kick, the side kick, and the roundhouse kick are the three kicks I like. Now, I do like the salute kicks that we do on the ground. You know, we got those kind of kicks. The oblique kick is one of my favorites. We're definitely boom, boom, and just a little smack there.
Yep.
I love the oblique kick. We can even get into some JKD kicks to some degree. This little hooking boom thing here. I'll be honest, I've never used it for a kick.
Yeah.
I have used it for a sweep though.
Oh yeah.
I use it more for a sweep, and I go to the inside.
Oh yeah.
So it's like this little boom like this, except I come in here like this and grab it.
Oh yeah.
This way. Which is the same thing we do when I'm in here. Boom, grab it here. It's like number 3,
Yeah.
and I got it locked up like that. Yeah. So I do this motion, but I use it more as a sweeping motion than I do as a groin scoop.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe if I missed, I might pull it back accidentally and hit them.
Yeah.
But it's not something intentional. But those are the basic kicks that we play with. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Let's see, what else do we have here? We did the kicking combination. Oh, yes, okay, the Katate Dori grip. Okay, this is a bunch of random shit, I'll be honest. So Katate Dori grip. So normally, especially with the Aiki, we'll re-grip this and we'll go into an Aiki move. We're not gonna do that today. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna roll it like I'm going to do Nikyo, or like I'm doing, yeah.
Show me. What's not showing?
Boom here. Well, this is Nikyo. I'm doing my Z-lock.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't think of the Z-lock thing. But we're not locking it up like this. We're going to actually step out a little bit. I don't want to be way over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it and I'm going to hit a ton right here. Okay. If this makes you let go, then fine, right? Because if you grab it decently, and I roll this here and go like that, I flick it, you're gonna let go, right? But this hand has a purpose in this technique, so I'm not gonna do that. We're here, and this hand is gonna come in here and release it here.
Yeah.
All right, now, normally I'm gonna come in, lock you up with this kite and throw you, right? Which is what I would normally do, but I'm gonna flavor it up a little different because we're working on kicks and I don't want to say karate, but we're working on more of that particular thing. So here, this here, and pop that out. I come in here, grip you like I'm going to do kayatin, and then here comes the knee. Bam! That's obviously to your jaw.
Yeah.
Bam! Right to your jaw. Right. Then if I want to throw the kayatin, yeah. So I'm here. I got this. I grip you here. I'll hold you down like this, and then it just come up and just go right to your face, right?
Yeah.
Now, I got the kayatin, or there's a barrage, right? So those are the two options that we have after we shatter your jaw with the meat.
Yeah.
All right? So one more time on the other side. Katsute dori, we're gonna throw a ton, and then this is kind of like an abad, but we're not going to that. We're gonna go to the inside, go down,
Yeah.
and I keep it, boom, boom here, lock it up, smack, and then I can throw you that way, or I can come in here and throw you this way. All right? Trying to add a little different flavor to what we normally do. So boom here, yes. And then bam, there, yes. And then you can lock this chitin up on the head, because if I'm just right here, I mean, you might be able to pull me down like that, but it would be rough to pull from the shoulder. You might as well pull on the head, boom. And then there's the knee right to the jaw, bam. And then you can turn with the chitin, or you can step this in and throw with the barai. All right? And feel free to throw me at least once, I don't care. So reach in and grab, ton, boom, there it is, pop, pop, boom, nice little clean knee, and then one more, there you go, boom. Oh yeah.
It's a little extra thing for you to
Yes.
kind of.
Well, yes. It's very much like the chitin we do, but we're adding flavor to it so that we don't have to just always stick to the Aiki chitin. Plus the Aiki Jitsu version does involve punching and kicking and biting and pulling hair and saying mean things about grandmas, which don't ever do. That's just a naughty thing. Which is why I do it to people. Because you can talk about someone's mom or dad, and they may not really care. But if you talk about their grandma, they blow up, which makes them react without really thinking, and it does work. It does work. It makes them do things that they are completely oblivious of, and it's easier to beat them up when they're in fury and all that. So if you enrage them by words, they do stupid stuff, and I have found the best way to do that is talk about their grandma. Because if you talk about their mom or dad, maybe they don't care. And if you talk about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, because I'll be honest, I give a rat's ass what gender you are. If you're standing in front of me trying to hurt me, I'm gonna beat up a woman just as deeply as I would a guy. And I'll be honest about it. People don't like hearing that, and they talk shit about it, but I don't care. If you're gonna act like a man, you're gonna get treated like one. That's just and that doesn't mean just because you had a change, you changed gender. That is, no. But again, I digressed. I don't even know where the hell I was going. Anyway, Katsute dori. Grandma. So I'm here, and I get a nice little Z-lock here, like this, like with the tongue. And then this one comes. Now, this one here acts as the release and as the chitin, right? But there's plenty of stuff involved here. So I'm here, right? Boom, boom, smack. Pop it up and then lock it up. There we go. Now I'm on your foot, of course, because I got to do that. Bring it in, lock you up down here, and smack in the jaw or wherever I hit you. And then I can either take you down with the chitin if I'm out here and I don't feel like moving or whatever, or I can come across here and pop this and knock you down. If I'm too far over here, I can step over here, grab this one, and then take it down with the chitin over there. The basic technique versus what really comes out of it can be different. The basic technique is simple. Ton, release, chitin grip, knee to the jaw, either a chitin throw or a chitin with a barai throw. So that barai can be numerous things. It doesn't have to be. As a matter of fact, if I have you here like this, and I knee you here, boom, I don't even have to move. I can just bring this one in here and grab this, and if I can get a hold of it, now I'm on your foot. If I can get a hold of that. Depending on how you're positioned, whether I can grip that. It is more safe just to turn here and lock this up rather than to try to reach in here and grab that. But that doesn't mean that you don't step up and then I get this one and knock you down that way, right?
Because it does take pressure off, but not
Yeah.
just a myriad of things.
If I release pressure on purpose, so if I'm here and I got you locked up, first of all, this knee to the jaw probably will stop you from wanting to do anything else anyway,
Yeah.
right? But even if not, so I'm here, right? So here's a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll step across and get that far leg and lock it and drop it. So the barrage doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's just a barrage. The reason I use this one as a simple demonstration is because it seems to be the easiest one to get to in the position. So that's where I like this barrage here. So, but you can get any barrage you want.
Even the ones we don't train.
Even the ones, well, we will start training other ones. We just haven't gotten to those yet. Boom.
So you said other stuff. I mean,
Boom, yeah,
I was
punch.
thinking
That
hammer fist.
you can hammer fist it. You can actually, you can create, so if you're here and you hit this and you come in to punch, boom, you can actually hit a hiji here, lock that, and throw it into the Kayatin, lower me up, there's the knee, and then just whatever there, See, that barrage is just there. Yeah, it's just there. So that's why that's the initial barrage. But you're not always in that exact position. When you reposition yourself, and when we train it more extensively, well, I shouldn't say more extensively, when we train it again and we get a little more broader with it, I'll say, okay, now reposition your body so you don't have that one. So let's say I'm right here, and boom, here, and I get the bam. So this one is obviously right here, right? So why don't I reposition myself a few inches so I'm over here? So now that one isn't really out. But the Kayatin here is. So then I just bring you down here, and whap, whap, bam, and I start pounding on you, or jump on your chest and take a full mount, and then start talking mean about your grammar. So, boom, boom, it's nice, and then there's the Kayatin, lock it up, bend you down. Make sure you use the head and the knee to the face. Boom, and then whatever bri is available. So see, so there, it's right there. So, but if you reposition yourself like this, now it's not